back in, everyone. We are live on day number 5 of the Bloomfield Hills Challenger, and we are joined by a men's singles quarterfinalist, a winner in 3 sets earlier today. Welcome back onto our Cracked Racquets platforms, Mukund Sasikumar. Mukund, first of all, congratulations on the victory today. Let's get right into it. You were down set and a break against Lexi Galarno. What allowed you to turn that match around? How'd you feel about your performance today?
Well, there are some good things and some bad things as well. It's been the same story the last couple matches. I think whenever I'm able to dial in, then I'm able to play some good tennis, but for some reason I'm not able to do that from the beginning, and couple loose games here and there, and from 2-0 obviously something changed and I loosened up a bit or whatever happened, and after that I did feel like I have a chance into this match. And I didn't know what the outcome was, but I just knew that it wouldn't be a bad match from then on.
5-all, third set. He has a couple looks in your service game. Now, you're able to get that hold there, hold for 6-5. After that, obviously, you are able to break him, close out the set 7-5. We hear anecdotally so often those moments where you're able to save off a couple of break points. Those are those inflection points, right? And I'm curious from a player's perspective, what's going through your head in that 5-all scenario? What allows you to get that final break to close things out?
5-all, I did have a lot of doubts, and every time it came to my mind, I just focused on hitting through it, and my trainer always said hit through fear, so I kind of remember those words, and I could have lost. I'm not saying that's the key to win. It could have gone either way, but I'm glad that today is one of the days where it paid off. Mm-hmm. And at 6-5, I'm obviously thinking that he's had break chances, so he's already like assuming a future which didn't happen, and that's never an easy moment to be in tennis. When you know the match should have been probably over, but it's not, and that's never an easy game. So I just wanted to stay solid and see if he can earn it, and there was couple good returns and couple good points, and I'm happy that I was able to get through.
Yeah, and I know the week is not over for you. Quarterfinals is not the destination you're hoping to end up in, but you do come here to Bloomfield Hills this week. You get 4 good wins under your belt, and certainly you've gotten your court time in. I'm curious how you feel about your level this week, what you've taken away thus far from getting into this quarterfinal.
It's a big relief when you work for a lot of months and results don't show, and one day it decides to. So tennis is that sport where you don't really control much. There is no logic behind it sometimes. Sometimes you're feeling great, working hard, and you can't get anything going, and then all of a sudden you're breaking back and coming back in so many tight moments, like you've been playing a lot of matches. So it's a kind of a logicless sport, but all you can do is appreciate if something like this happens, and when it doesn't, then keep hoping that something like this happens, and that's what keeps an athlete going.
Yeah, well, we appreciate your tenacity. No doubt there's no quit in you. I know every point you're out there giving your all, and again, we are looking forward to seeing you compete. Now, I do want to ask you one more question, because I know you're a fan of tennis, first and foremost, and you're following what's happening around the globe. Obviously, it's Wimbledon happening right now, year's 3rd major. We know about Novak Djokovic. I even think we're starting to learn about Carlos Alcaraz. Give me one more guy competing at this Wimbledon this year. If it's not Djokovic, if it's not Alcaraz, this is a guy you have your eyes on, and why?
Jannik, because I think
Jannik Sinner, just for those who don't know.
Jannik Sinner. I think he was extremely close, in my opinion, to winning the US Open in 2022.
Yeah.
When he had that match point against Alcaraz, and he made the first serve. It was a great serve, and he had a sitter on the backhand. Normally 9 times out of 10 he's ripping a great ball off that, and that day Alcaraz just somehow scraped through that match and eventually ended up winning the slam. But I think had he got through that match, I strongly believe that he would have beaten Tiafoe and Ruud as well. He's one guy who's just on the brim of breakthrough and a huge career turning moment. And last year also he had Novak for 2.5 sets. He was almost there, and now he's wiser, stronger, and for how well he strikes the ball on grass, it's coming so low and so fast, and he's one of the guys who can generate pace of literally anything with such good returns, especially on grass. I think if not for these two guys, I think I would put him on top of Alcaraz even at the moment, because I love the guy with how much focus he plays, and yeah, I think a career turning moment is coming for him soon. If not in Wimbledon, it's coming in the US Open or next year's Australian Open.
See, this is why we love talking to Mukund, because I have made that exact argument on a podcast to the point of what point I referred to, but when it comes from someone who's competing on the ATP Tour, maybe you'll just believe it a little bit more. So that's your breakout social media clip, and this is one of your breakout stars here in Bloomfield Hills quarterfinals. Mukund Sasikumar, thank you as always for joining us, my
Thank
friend.
you, sir.